For this phase, we set out to turn our leading prototype into a functional prototype and gather user input. We designed a 170mm crank and divided it into two parts with a diagonal split plane. We checked the draft of each of these two parts relative to the split plane. We printed each half of the pattern in black PLA and used them to create a green sand mold for aluminum casting. After removing the risers, the final step involved machining a square pocket to accept the bottom bracket and tapping threads in the far side of the crank. We dropped an off-the-shelf GPS tracker into the crank and went out to ask users what they thought, including whether they'd like the tracking capability to blend in or stand out, if they'd be comfortable installing the crank themselves, and if they had any security concerns.
It would have to just blend in perfectly so that people wouldn't know that there was really anything hidden inside of it. Or if someone stole it not realizing that there were these like tracking capabilities, then that would work really well. I would just think that if people knew to look for it, it would maybe be not that hard to just switch it out. I mean, so looking at this right now, you could just take a hex key and take it off, right? So maybe combined with people not realizing that it's something to take off would be like maybe you need like a special, like not just an ordinary hex key that everyone has. So maybe if you just made it harder to take that thing off to begin with.
So it doesn't look like, hey, I'm this special thing, just cut me off or take me off. I would only want it on a high-end bike, and I would like it already to be there. And I would like, for whatever tool puts this thing on, kind of like a lock lug nut on a car, special ones that are manufacturer specific. There was maybe an option of like 40 different bolts that could put this thing on, or nuts that put this thing on, and only that special tool will take it off. And maybe when you buy your bike, you can get it with you. Yeah, how much smaller can you make it?
So it depends a lot. You know, a high-end road bike is going to be one thing, but the CU students are going to want to spend a lot less. So I don't think you can see somebody willing to spend more than $100 on something like this. And then if you were going to sell this on like an OEM out-the-door bike, there's a lot of available, especially if it's a high-end bike with carbon, that does have big tubes. So there's a lot of available real estate inside the frame itself. This would be great for aftermarket because you can put it on anything. But if you're going to put it on a bike that went out the door, I think it'd be an easier sell if you just like, there's like some like blinking light on the top tube. You can, like, there's a GPS inside, and you have a lot more real estate to work with there.